Welcome. So today we have a longer, a little more intense fluid practice. So our goal will be to bring more fluidity into sometimes static postures, and then what's also leading up to dancer's pose, which is a beautiful, challenging pose, but it's fun and we can practice at it and hopefully we'll be more open and ready by the time comes. I will try to offer modifications where I can. There's a lot to get through today, so I'd like to cover everything. So if you need to take breaks, just take breaks and, pick up whenever you feel ready. And otherwise, we will, so maybe a couple blocks, blanket, and then we'll get started standing at the top of our mat. So standing, let's start at our feet. Pay attention to where they are. Lift your toes. Try to feel balance on all four corners of your feet. Bring length up and up your spine. Maybe bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Few more rounds of breath in through your nose and out through your nose. One more deep breath in and exhale. Let it all go. All right, from here we are going palms up to the world. Turn them, bring them around. Open your heart. Turn down, bring around. Last round. Your hand around. One. And go the other way. Just doing big arm circles, trying to warm up the shoulders. I'm going to be doing a lot of work, so switch arms. And reverse it. And we're going to raise our arms up, overhead. And then we're going to cactus our arms slowly on the exhale, coming into a little back bend. Inhale, up. Tall. And the same thing, pulling the arms into cactus arms, and at the same time just lifting just through the back of the heart. And then inhale all the way back up. Exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway look up. Use blocks if you'd like. And exhale to plank. Take a deep breath in at the top, belly in and up, hands bright, spreading. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog, lifting everything off, shoulders rolling back. Exhale, downward dog. Take several breaths here. Knees bent if you need. Hands pressing down and away. Head dropping. Now, maybe we like to experiment here. Bend the knees. Lift the booty higher and then roll forward. Bend the knees, come back. And this kind of fluid downward dog. Hold back. Bend your knees. Look to the front of the mat. Step, walk, jump. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to the top. Little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift that right leg high to the sky. Exhale, come up on the back ball of the back foot. Bring the knee in, lift. Drop the back foot. Toes are pointed at a 45-ish degree angle. And then come into warrior one, inhaling. So on my base, my knees rolling out so I can see my big toe not jutting forward. And then my torso squaring over my hips here. So on the inhale, feel a slight lift through the pelvis. And then we're going to exhale our arms down by our side and bring our torso forward. Inhale, the arms back up. And exhale, come forward. Try to keep the base steady. Inhale, up. Stay here. And we're going to straighten that front leg, pivot the toes, and come into warrior one on the left side. Left thighs rolling out. Checking those toes, I can see them. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, come forward, drop the arms. Inhaling. And exhaling. Keeping the base steady. Inhaling. Last round, exhale. Inhale, come up. Straighten that front leg. Pivot the toes. Hands to your hips. Inhale. And we're going to come into a forward fold here. So if you like your blocks, maybe under your shoulders. Inhale, lift the chin. Maybe have a micro bend in the knees so that really engaging the hamstrings. And exhale, fold. Inhale into the back of the heart. Lift the chin. And exhale, fold. Inhale in the back of the heart. Lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Hands to your hips, knees a little bend. Come all the way up. Inhale. And then pivot. So we're back in warrior one at the front of the mat. Exhale. Hands over that front foot. Into plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale. Press back into downward dog. Breathing in and out. Check your hands. Make sure they're bright and active. Booty lifting high to the sky. Hands pressing firmly and away. Help broaden your chest. Inhale, bend the knees a whole bunch. Look forward. Walk, step, hop. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, bend the knees. Come into a chair pose here. So arms can be separated, palms touching. Maybe lean more weight back into the heels. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale. Same drawing the arms back. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Drawing the arms back. Inhale. Lift. Last time. Exhale. Inhale. And I'm going to fold over. Inhale, halfway look up. Step into plank. Lift those shoulders. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, and downward dog. Breathing. Maybe you bend your knees. Lift through the back of the heart. Roll forward. And then pull back through the hips. Inhale, right leg high to the sky, toes bright. Lift up on that ball and the navel. Come through the hands. Drop that back foot at an angle. We're going to inhale into warrior two. And then here we're going to inhale, feel a little lift up through the pelvis center. Exhale, expand. Inhale. Just drop that back arm and come into reverse warrior. And then inhale, come up, extended side angle. And we're going to do a little flow here. Inhaling up, back and reverse. Inhaling up to side angle. Last round in the side angle. Pause here. Really extend long through your waist. The whole side. And then inhale, come back up to warrior two. And from here, pivot those front toes so now they're both facing the long edge of your mat. We're going to do a little toes turned out now. We're going to do a little flowing side to side. And maybe you just kind of walk along here. I'm just trying to open our hips a little more, fluidity. And then when you're ready, turns. Now that we're over the back, drop those back toes. Inhale, warrior one, warrior two. On the left side, at the back of the mat. Breathe in through the center and out. The legs are pulling in and pushing away. Inhale. And exhale. Drop that hand on the back leg. Inhale, up overhead. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come on up. Warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Toes point forward. Hands at the hips. Now we're going to draw the heels in. For goddess, you may need to adjust your stance. Always adjust your stance if it doesn't feel right. And then squat down for some goddess pose here. Heels and pulling in and then pushing away. And exhaling away. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and come up. Straighten the legs. Point the toes back forward. Put a little booty in your forward fold here. A little tilt in your pelvis. That's the words I was looking for. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, fold all the way over if you'd like, or use your block. Keep the little micro bend in the knees. And on the inhale, lift in the back of the heart. Lift the chin. And then exhale, fold. Inhale in the back of the heart. Lift up, lift the chin. And exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, back of the heart. Lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Hands to your hips, bend in the knees. Come on up. Adjust your stance. Turn the left, right toes. Now we're making our way back to the front of the mat. Bend the knee. Arms over. Turn that back heel up. We're in a low lunge now. Bring that right foot back into a plank. Inhale. And then exhale into downward dog. Take a deep breath in and then inhale your right leg high to the sky. And on the exhale, lift up through the core. Step that foot through. Inhale in those high lunge. Inhale through up through the center, kind of like we've been doing. And then pushing away. So I really want you to focus on this action in the legs. Inhale, squeezing together. Exhale, pushing them away. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, extend. And then drop that knee. You may want to open this right foot off to the side more so there's more room for your torso. And you can stay high or lower on down. You can even stay lifted and really engaged. And drawing this right knee into the body, keeping everything very active. Come on up. And we're gonna reach around for a thigh stretch. So I'm reaching my right arm around for my left foot. And then if you'd like to come back down, Really pulling that foot into your booty. And go ahead and release. Come on, lift that knee back off the ground. Pivot that foot. We're going to do a little skandasana side to side, so you can stay high or low. So just pause here for a minute, take a deep breath in. This heel is pushing down firmly, pulling back into me. Active hamstrings, little micro bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the other side. And just do a few rounds now with our breath. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. You're going to pause this side. Come on up. And so now that we are coming into our low lunge on the left side, and so we're going to do that same action in the legs of drawing in and up through the center, pulling everything together, and then expanding out through the legs, both pushing away. Inhale, lift, and then push those legs away. Squeeze them together, lift, and away. Drop that knee, or you keep it lifted. And we'll either might need to move, so you have a little space here. Move that left foot out a little. And then come on down. Stay high. We're on a block. Breathing. Inhale, hands back under your shoulders. I'm gonna get ready now to reaching my left hand behind now, grabbing this thigh stretch, and then lowering down if that feels accessible to you. Otherwise, stay high, really pulling that foot into your bum. Breathing. And you're ready to go ahead and release that. The toes. Inhale, lift up and shift. Back to our middle position now. Toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat. I'm gonna clasp my hands behind and fold over. And shoulder stretch, hamstring stretch, balance. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hands, and come to the hips and lift all the way up. Turn the toes to the front. Hands come over that front leg. Turn that heel up. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Okay, from here, let's create a little length in the low back. Bring your elbows on your shoulders and pull yourself forward some. Maybe shift side to side a little bit. Lift one leg up, stretch it back, lower it, and do the same with the other. Up, lower. And then we're going to prepare for locust pose. So you can either have your hands down by the side, palms up, or you can clasp the hands behind your back And then I'm gonna notice that my shoulders are drooping, so I'm gonna roll them up and back, and on the inhale, lift everything off the ground. And the inhale, really pulling my chest open, breathing in and out, in, and then lower everything down. Hands rest on your forehead, rest on your hands. Breathe deeply into your belly and take a moment to relax. And come back up. And we're going to reach around our ankles, or we're going to repeat what we just did with the locust pose. And on the inhale, we're going to lift and kick our feet back to help open our chest. And breathing in, out. One more breath in, and lower all the way down. Deep breath in your belly. And exhale, let it all go. And from here, put our hands under our shoulders, press up, shift your knees so they're about as wide as the mat, so you can press your hips back towards your heels, and then lower your forehead once more, and breathe. And then inhale, look up. We're going to meet in standing. So now 4s. Pop up here. So inhale, arms up, overhead. Exhale, fold all the way over. So in our forward fold here, and we're going to do a half bow. So find balance in your left foot, and then cup the earth with your right hand. And then we're going to reach around and kick up. Not very easy. So make sure, keep a bend in the knee if you feel tight, the hamstring. And then exhale, release. We're gonna switch. So that weight in the right foot now. Go lift that left leg off the ground. Cup with the left hand, kind of doing a little to even reach my foot here. And then now that I have it, I'm trying to square back to center, and then kicking up. And then we're gonna let that go. A lot of bend in your knees here. Let's just ragdoll for a minute. You can grab opposing elbows. Take deep breath into the back of the heart. And then let it go. And maybe sway side to side if that feels nice. And then inhale halfway. Just a little bend in the knees, hands to your hips. and come all the way up. We take the feet a little bit wider, start to cactus the arms kind of like we did in the beginning, little back bend just in the upper back. Inhale back up, and then exhale your hands to your heart center. Okay, so now let's go ahead and give our balance dancers Natarajasana that pose. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to turn to the side here, and then you can pick whatever leg you like to start on. So I'm putting weight in my left foot, a little playful bend in the knees, and then I'm going to reach around. And so it may feel more comfortable on the outside of the foot or the inside. It's just going to depend on you, or you may need a strap here. And so re-squared back to center. The foot's actively, there's a little tension going on between my hand and my foot. And then raise my left arm to the sky and start to not come forward so much yet, but just raise up. And it's a lot of balance. And then come back up. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. So, putting weight in my right foot now. Grabbing a hold. I'm going to do the outside this time. There's different, you can practice with different variations, but I think this is a nice strong way. Or raise that right arm up, a little bend in the knee so you feel balance here before you're doing anything. And if you don't, then maybe you just work here, and then kick that hand and the foot. Not too much though. Ooh, sometimes I kick myself right out of it. And then tip. Just focus. And then inhale. Back up. Shake it out. You're great. All these things take a long time. No worries. Inhale. Up. Exhale. Fold. Inhale halfway, look up. Exhale, step back into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. And then from here, let's go ahead and take another little Sphinx posture just to relax this time. Elbows under shoulders, pressing down, pulling myself forward to feel like I have a little more length in the spine. And then maybe you want to roll your neck here. Just anything that feels nice and gentle. And then come down. And then I'm going to try this little serpentine cobra Shiva Ray move. I always find her very inspiring. I'm going to roll the shoulder. Any way that feels nice, really. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You can just experiment on the inhale, rolling up. And then exhaling, coming down. Let's do one more. Inhaling up. And exhale, coming down. And then release. And rest. Breathing into your belly. Deep breaths. And exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, come on up, lift yourself up, and push your hips back. So you're going to come into a seated position, however you want to do that. We're going to do a little logs of fire here. So pick a leg. This is my left leg I'm doing here on the bottom. And I'm going to flex this foot firmly. And it's a little away, so it's not like in. So it's a little bit away. And then I'm going to bring this foot on top. Flexed, nice and flexed. And then push my hands into my feet into my hands. Lift my chin, inhale. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. This little wave motion here. Oh, mosquito, oh no. Inhale all the way up. And then lean back to come undone. I'll go ahead and switch sides. And then I'm looking down and I see a triangle between my legs here. I'm going to press my hands in my feet into my hands, and lift, and then come forward as long as I can. And then I'll go ahead, fold over. And then maybe you want to wave here again. Inhale, lift in the back of the heart. Lift up, look up, wave forward. Inhale, look up, exhale, hold. Feet flex strongly. And then exhale. Come on out, come on, done. And then let's bring our legs right out in front of us. Feet flex, sitting on your sitting bones evenly. Maybe lift up. And then we're gonna come forward with as much length and lift in the spine as we can until we can't come forward anymore, and then we can go ahead and drop the head. You can wave here if you'd like, lifting up, folding over. And inhale, come all the way up. Go ahead and lay down onto your backs. Okay, so I'm so sorry I did not mention this, but if you have a belt or strap or anything like that, that would be great to use right here. And if not, then it'll be okay too. So, but I'm going to lasso my right foot here around the ball of the foot. Maybe just like grab onto clothing or whatever. Keep this leg straight and then press it to the sky, and at the same time pull down with your arm. So you're pulling this right hip back into the earth. If you'd like to straighten out that left leg, really send it out with vigor. So they're really pressing away from one another, and at the same time pulling down and breathing and exhaling. Crunch up into that shin. And on the exhale, we're all the way back down, shoulders, head. Maybe that leg comes a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and cactus our left arm and send that foot off to the right. breathing. And then an inhale and come back up. Switch hands and then put your right arm in a cactus now. And we're going to come off a nice IT band stretch all along this side here. And if you're not feeling it, come higher. And breathe and maybe look off to the right. Come back to center. Let that foot go. Let it meet the other one. I want to switch sides. Now I'm going to lasso the ball of my left foot. I'm going to really press it out. I may keep my right knee bent or extend it out. Really pressing it away and pressing this foot as high to the ceiling. And then at the same time, bringing it back down with the strength of my hands to draw this left hip back into the earth. Breathing in and out. Go ahead and crunch into your left shin here. And then lower back down, shoulders, head. And cactus your right arm and let that foot go off into the left. Really keeping those legs active, those feet active, whether you want to point or flex or floint. And then inhale back up. And then switch sides for a nice IT band stretch. Now the foot's coming off to the right side, across the body. Maybe I'm looking to the left. Inhale, come back up. Let go of that leg, let it meet the other one. Let's draw everything into a nice little ball. Take a deep breath in, squeeze everything nice and tight. You can't hold your breath any longer. Let it all go, relax, release into Shavasana, laying down, corpse pose. Just take the next few minutes to let everything release. You did such hard work. You did great. Way to show up for yourself. So now just really honor yourself and rest. I'll be here to guide you out in a few minutes. Go ahead and bring small movement back to your body if you'd like to come out now. Otherwise, feel free to stay resting, releasing, as long as you'd like. The benefits only increase the longer you stay. Otherwise, wiggle those toes and those fingers. Roll to one side or the other. And pause and take a breath. And then use your arms. Push yourself back up to a seated position. I hope you have fun with this practice. May you find more fluidity in your life. I don't know, I just find that I don't know, just playing around, maybe not being so rigid or having so many, like it has to be this way, has really helped me expand my practice. So just feel free to play, and we will continue to play. So on that note, namaste.